Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Today I was feeling like I just need a really good full body stretch, and if you've clicked on this video, maybe you are feeling the same way. Today we are stretching the whole body. It's going to be super relaxing. As you can see, I do have some yoga blocks here with me. I may or may not use them, but they are super helpful when supporting you in different stretches. It really allows you to sink in to your stretch. If you do not have yoga blocks available to you, you could also use some books or anything you have at home. That is all you'll need. Make sure you can see your screen so you can follow along with me. And without further ado, let's get to it. All right, we're going to begin while we're standing. Take your feet nice and wide, hands on the shoulders. Everything today is going to be super slow and you can go at your own pace. We're just going to circle the arms backwards. If you need to take something slower than me or you want to hold a stretch longer than me, by all means do what feels best for your body. You know your body best. So drawing really big circles with those elbows. Good, forwards. Good, and release those arms down. We're gonna warm up our neck or stretch out our neck. We're gonna turn the head to the right, pressing your shoulders all the way down and all the way to the left. And to the right. And to the left. Back to the right. We're going to tuck our chin down towards our right shoulder and then circle it around towards the chest and to the left. Nice and slow, going back the other way. One more time each side. Good, head facing front. We're gonna drop the right ear to the right shoulder. We're not forcing it, but we're pressing our shoulders down, trying to lengthen this space between the ear and the shoulder. Let your head feel nice and heavy. And other side. One more time each side. Good, head comes back up to center. We're gonna squeeze our shoulders up towards our ears, really bringing all the tension up towards the ears. And then let it go. We'll do that a couple times. You can do this as many times as feels good for you. Nice big exhale when you release. Last time. And exhale. Shake it out. Fingertips are gonna come behind the head. We're going to collapse everything forward, bringing elbows across our face, looking down towards our belly button, chin tucks to chest. And then we're going to do the opposite. Open up those elbows, opening up the chest, lifting, looking towards the ceiling. Good, last time. Really contract, exhale, feel that stretch in the back. And then opening those elbows. Good, coming back to neutral spine. Release those hands down behind you. We're gonna clasp them behind the back. And what we're going to do is stretch those arms, open up the chest and the shoulders. Pointer fingers come out, so we're pointing away from the body. And we're going to lift the hands slightly away from the back. So you might feel this stretch in the fronts of your shoulders and biceps. And release. One more time, lift. And release. Last time, lift, and this time we're gonna bring it all the way over, letting those arms feel heavy. If you need to, you can have a soft bend here in your knees. We want the upper body to feel heavy, like a weight, and you're hinging at the hips. Good, and you can release those arms down to the mat. Release any tension you have in your neck here, so we don't want to be looking forward. We're gonna let that head go. No tension in the shoulders or the neck. From here, we're gonna bend our right knee, so shifting the weight into our right leg. You're gonna feel that stretch on the left inner thigh, and we're gonna move our hands towards that right foot. So we're shifting our weight here. And over to the left. If you're not feeling the stretch in your inner thigh on the leg that's straight, I want you to think about drawing that inner thigh towards the ground or towards your supporting leg. Good, one more time to the right. And last time to the left. Good, coming back through center. We're gonna heel toe those feet in, coming all the way down and sitting on the bum. We're gonna shift it over into a tabletop position for some cat-cows. So we're really gonna focus on the spine here. So we're stacking shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. We're gonna start by drawing the belly button down towards the ground, lifting up with our gaze, pressing the shoulders back. And then doing the opposite, pressing the ground away with the heels of our hands and lifting that belly button up towards the sky, really rounding out that back. Now you can take these at your own pace. Good, and when you're ready, we're gonna do some spinal rolls. So we're gonna roll through in this cat position towards your hands. Once we get to here, we're gonna press back through that cow position, back almost into a child's pose. So we're just waving or rolling through the spine here. It should be a really fluid motion. Good, and you can take any organic movements here that feel good, maybe rocking to the side, rolling through the spine in a circle. Good. And meeting me back in neutral spine here in this tabletop position. We're gonna take our right arm and we're gonna open it up. So hand lifts towards the ceiling and so does the gaze. We're opening up that chest and then we're gonna feed this right arm through so our right shoulder is on the ground. Left palm is still on the ground and you can actually put pressure into that left palm to increase the stretch here. This is gonna really stretch out that mid back where I would say the majority of us hold a lot of tension. If you'd like to increase the stretch here, you can take your left arm and bring it up towards above your head. Fingertips down on the ground, same thing, pressing into that hand to increase the stretch. If left arm is above your head, you're gonna bring that palm back down to the ground, pressing through that left arm and opening up again to the right, lifting that right arm towards the ceiling. Good, back down to center. We're gonna do the same thing on the left side. So taking the left arm, opening up to the left side, and then feeding it through, left shoulder down on the ground, pressing into that right arm to increase the twist. Option to bring right arm up above head. Right palm comes back to the ground, pressing through that right arm and opening up to the left. Good, and back to tabletop. We're gonna step it out into a high plank and press it back into down dog position. Hips are going straight up to the ceiling, and if you need to, you can pedal out those feet, stretching out those hamstrings. And when you're ready, we're going to step the left foot in towards the center of our body, and we're going to lift the right foot up into single leg dog, sending our weight down into our supporting leg, feeling that stretch in the left leg. Hips are square. And we're gonna step it through. Right foot comes into a lunge, hands on either side of the foot. Making sure that back left leg is straight. We're gonna take our right arm and twist and open up to the side. Right hand comes back down, but this time it's gonna come on the inside of your right foot. You're gonna heel toe that right foot out just slightly. We're gonna bring that left knee back down to the ground. You can untuck those toes. And we're gonna let this right knee fall out to the side. You're gonna feel that stretch deep in that hip and maybe in that right glute. You can also come down to your forearms here if you'd like. Coming back up to the hands if you're on the forearms. Pressing down through that foot. Knee comes back to center. We're gonna heel toe back, and right hand comes to the other side of the foot. So hand is on either side here. From here, we're gonna send both hips back, flexing that right foot out in front of us. We wanna make sure that we're drawing both hips back equally. This is where you're gonna feel that nice deep stretch in the hamstring. This is also where your blocks may come in handy. To really get into that deep stretch in your hamstring, this is where a lot of us are quite tight. We don't have a lot of flexibility. So it's important to allow the body to relax into the stretch, because naturally we're going to try and fight it because it's painful. So drawing both hips back, flexing that front foot, I want you to try and keep a nice flat back here. You can use your blocks to help support you, whether that be like this on the forearms or just here on the hands. We want to sit deep into this stretch and hold. Maybe go a little bit deeper. Good, and coming back through to our lunge. Keeping that back left leg on the ground, knee is on the ground. We're going to lift both arms up here, sending our hips down and forward, stretching out the right or the left hip flexor. You can place hands down on your knees, or if you'd like to increase the stretch, you can lift left arm up and lean it over towards the right. Good, coming back through center, hands on either side of the foot. We're gonna tuck those toes back under, those left toes, stretch the left leg, and step it through plank, press it back into down dog. Good, this time we're gonna lift our left leg up, so step that right foot center, lifting the left leg up. Keeping those hips nice and square, sending the right heel down into the floor. And stepping it through to a lunge. Hands on either side of the foot, back leg stays straight. Opening up that left arm. Try and stay nice and low in your lunge here. Left hand comes back down to the mat, but on the inside of your foot this time, and we can drop our back right leg, untuck those toes. We're gonna heel toe the left foot out slightly, and then allow the knee to fall open. Option to come down to your forearms. Good, coming back up to the hands, weight back onto that foot, heel toe back to the center. Left hand comes to the outside of the foot. And we are going to press it back into our hamstring stretch, bringing those left toes towards us, so we're flexing that foot. Keep those hips nice and square. Pull that left hip back towards you. You may find that one leg is more flexible than the other, and that is normal. Good, maybe sinking a little bit deeper. Good, and moving back through our lunge. Keeping that back leg on the ground, lifting those arms up here in our lunge. Hips are square, pointing forward. We're sinking down deep into this lunge and sending the hips forward. You can bring hands to knee or lifting the right arm up and leaning over to the side.
Come on, soft, turn the key and cooler on.
Good, moving back through center. Hands come down on either side of the foot. We're tucking the back toes, stretching that leg. Stepping back into a high plank. Press it back, bending those knees, and jump those feet forward. And we're gonna sit it down on our bums. This is where your blocks may also come in handy as well. We are going to stretch out those hips and glutes. So we're going to be stacking our foot on top of opposite knee here. We want to keep your shin parallel to your body. We're going to sit up nice and tall on that hip, bringing the other foot across. If you're stacking ankle over knee, this is going to give you the biggest stretch. The more you bring that foot down the leg, the less of the stretch in the hip. So, you know your body best, but using blocks here underneath this knee to help support you in the stretch will again allow this leg to rest and relax into this stretch versus tensing and holding. So you can use one block like so, or you can just have it here, totally up to you. We want to sit up nice and tall and just try and allow the body to relax. If you want to increase the stretch, we can walk it forward slightly. Trying to keep a flat back, thinking about hinging at the hips here.
I've got better things to do. Okay, to lead a little bit undone. Be the cat in the sun. Be the cat in the sun.
Good, and slowly coming up. And slowly releasing that leg. You can stretch it, shake it out, and we're gonna do the other side.
Stretch out, lean back, be the cat.
Same thing, you might find one hip is tighter than the other, and that happens for sure. That's why it's important to stretch unilaterally and do one leg at a time, one hamstring at a time. You can see where you hold your tension. If you're walking forward, envision hinging at the hips and folding over. Good, and slowly going up. Nice job. All right, last little stretch. We're gonna come down onto our backs. We're gonna have right leg extended, nice and long. Thinking about reaching your toes to that opposite wall, and then we're gonna bring our left knee into the body. Keeping that knee straight, so we're not letting the knee fall open, just bringing it in nice and straight. From here, we're gonna bring that left knee across the body, and the left arm is going to extend straight out from the shoulder, so in a T position. And right arm is going to do the same. And we're gonna look towards our left arm, letting that left knee feel heavy, so really feeling that twist in the spine. So we're thinking about getting our left knee to the ground and our left shoulder. Good, and coming back up through center. Bring that left knee into the chest again. This time you can let it fall open, feel that stretch in the hip. You can move it across the body, any kind of organic movement here that feels good on those hips. And releasing the left leg down. Left leg is straight, toes are reaching towards the opposite wall, and we're bringing the right knee into the chest this time. Right leg comes across the body, right arm and left arm are out in a T position, and we're looking away from that leg towards the right arm, letting the right knee feel heavy and the right shoulder. Good, slowly coming back through center, right knee back into the chest. You can let it fall open to the side. Good, and release that right leg down. We are going to extend fingertips up above our head. We're going to envision reaching the wall behind us with our fingertips and then reaching opposite wall with our toes. So really extending, feeling nice and long through the spine. And then we're gonna bring it in to a ball, hugging your knees, giving yourself a nice big hug. Pressing those knees into the arms, to the ceiling, rounding out that back. And one more time, reach it out nice and long. Nice big stretch. And into a ball. Good, you can rock and roll yourself up to your bum, and we're just gonna finish this stretch off holding a nice child's pose and taking some nice deep breaths. So I want this to be a nice deep child's pose, so really open up those knees. We've done a lot of hip opening, hip stretching, so this should feel really good at the end of our stretch here. Reaching those fingertips forward, letting that bum feel heavy, and then forehead comes down to the mat. Taking some nice deep breaths here, envisioning that you're taking breaths deep into that low back and into your hips.
Wings are beating, baby, me and you alone. Pencil drawing phases of the moon, all through the stages, both becoming seen into.
Good, you can hold this child's pose for as long as feels good for you. But that is it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this full body stretch. Sometimes we just need a really good stretch. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to give this video a thumbs up for me. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another video from me. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.
If you enjoy my workout videos, then make sure to join me in the MadFit app. You'll get access to structured programs, challenges, exclusive workouts, recipes, and many more amazing features that will help you on your health and fitness journey. If you haven't already downloaded MadFit, make sure to click the link in the description, and I will see you guys inside the app.